There is a kind of discipline that doesn't break. It doesn't break when you're tired. It doesn't break when everything falls apart. And even when you want to quit, it doesn't listen. Because this isn't motivation. Motivation fades. Motivation is emotional. This is something else, something older and far more brutal. Today, you're going to discover an ancient system that has created unbreakable men for centuries, not written in books, not stored in apps, not taught in schools, but practiced in a monastery carved into the side of a cliff, where failure isn't a mistake, but the death of your identity. If this system intrigues you, you can support the channel by subscribing and share your thoughts in the comments. Now, let's begin. Chapter 1. The Boy Who Never Finished Anything, Feudal Japan, Kai Province. There was a boy named Riku. He wasn't chosen, he wasn't gifted, he wasn't special. If you asked the villagers, they'd all say, Riku, the boy who never finishes anything. He started sword training, quit, started running at sunrise, quit, tried helping his father at the forge, quit before noon. His life was a collection of abandoned beginnings. Every morning he made the same promise. Today, I'll really try. Every night came the same quiet whisper. Maybe tomorrow. But there was one thing Riku couldn't stop thinking about. High above the village, carved into the cliff, stood the Temple of the Red Moon. Warrior monks people rarely saw, except as shadows crossing the mountain at dusk. Stories said, they never fail. They train every single day. They never break their word. To most people, these were legends. To Riku, they were everything he wished he could be. At night, he stared at the mountain and thought, if I could train there, I would change. He didn't realize it then, but this was just another version of his favorite excuse. If circumstances were different, I'd be disciplined. Until one evening, circumstances changed, but not in the way he imagined. The climb, dramatic Leschmeden. After another half-hearted training session, Riku noticed a man watching him. Simple clothes, unremarkable face, but his posture and his eyes, those eyes didn't see the boy in front of him. They saw straight into him. You want to become one of us, not a question, a statement. Riku stuttered. I was just wasting time again, the man said. He pointed to the mountain. The Temple of the Red Moon is 3 hours from here. No path, steep climb. If you can stay with me until the top, I'll take you inside. If you fall behind, you go home and you stop lying to yourself for the rest of your life. He turned and started walking. He never looked back. Riku looked up at the mountain. He had never done anything consistently for 3 hours in his life. Not work, not training, not even play. But something inside him snapped. Not courage, not strength, just disgust. Disgust at being the boy who never finished anything. I'm coming, he said, and he climbed. 20 minutes, fine, 40 minutes, legs burning, an hour. The old voice returned. This is stupid. You can't do this. You'll try again someday. Every time he thought of stopping, he looked at the man walking ahead of him. The man didn't motivate him, didn't encourage him, didn't slow down. He simply walked, as if there were no alternative. 2 hours in, Riku was barely crawling, hands slipping on rocks, knees bleeding, breath shaking. And then something shifted. The pain didn't matter. The burning didn't matter. The fantasy of next time didn't matter. Only one thing mattered. At the bottom, I said I would reach the top. 3 hours and 17 minutes later, Riku collapsed on the plateau. He vomited. Everything hurt. Then, darkness. When he woke up, he wasn't on the mountain path. He was inside the temple. Dark beams, red lanterns, cold stone, and silence. The man sat in front of him. Without even realizing it, he said, you have completed the first lesson of Gurren-do. Welcome to the Temple of the Red Moon. Chapter 2. The Death of the Weak Self. At dawn, a massive bronze bell shook him awake. 15 young men stood in silence. Same clothes, same posture, same focus. No yawning, no complaining. The master spoke. In Gurren-do, there is no trying. You either are or you are not. From today on, you are students. Students wake when the bell rings. No negotiation. On the first day, each new student stood before the temple and swore, I am a disciple of the Red Moon. My word is my life. If I break my word, I am nothing. The oath wasn't motivational. It was identity. And identity changes behavior far deeper than motivation ever could. Riku didn't say, I'll do my best. He said, I am. And that changed everything. Because when you publicly declare who you are, your brain treats failure like social death. And for humans, social death is the oldest fear there is. Chapter 3. The Rhythm That Kills Negotiation. Tonoredichi Sakin Tempo. Weeks passed. Riku woke with the bell every day, but the master noticed something. You still negotiate with yourself. Your body rises, but your mind still hesitates. Then he taught Riku one of the pillars. A fixed rhythm eliminates negotiation. When time changes, the mind opens a marketplace. Should I do it now, later, after breakfast, before sunset? Every question weakens you. The bell rings at the same time every day, so your body learns the pattern. If the time never changes, the debate dies. And it did. By the third week, Riku woke up seconds before the bell, not because of discipline, because the rhythm had become part of him. Chapter 4. The Form That Frees the Mind. But waking wasn't enough. Riku still argued with himself about how to train. Should I focus on strength? On speed? On sword practice? The master stopped him. You're creating chaos where there should be form. Then he gave the order. For the next 120 days, you will follow the same sequence, same moves, same order, same repetitions, no exceptions. The first weeks were misery. His mind begged for change. His ego screamed for novelty. But he didn't break. And then something remarkable happened. One day, halfway through his squats, he realized his mind was silent. No resistance, no bargaining. His body moved like flowing water. And for the first time, he began noticing invisible details. The angle of his wrist, the texture of his breath, the shift of weight on each strike. The form did not imprison him. It freed his mind. Chapter 5. Practice without holes. Then came the real test. Not pain, not boredom, life. One morning, Riku woke sick. Fever, chills, joint pain. The old voice whispered, you can take a day off. You'll make up for it tomorrow. He went to the master. Master, should I rest? The master poured water into the sand. This is your practice, he said. As long as it keeps flowing, even drop by drop, it is still a river. He dug a small hole, and the water stopped. When it stops, it is no longer a river. Today you train at half volume, he said. Weak practice is allowed. Zero practice is not. And so Riku trained, imperfectly, shakily, but he trained, and the pattern held. Storms came, flooded courtyards, broken floors. Still, they trained, because if the flow stops once, it becomes easier to stop again. Momentum, not perfection. That was the lesson. Chapter 6. The Art of Pre-Decided Responses. One day, Riku's sister fell ill. He had to return home. 20 days left in his sequence. Panic rose inside him. The master saw it. You think your training is fragile, he said. It is not. You are. He handed Riku a brush and paper. Write every obstacle that ever broke your discipline. Travel, illness, family issues, weather, injury, late nights. For each one, he wrote a pre-decided response. When X happens, I will do Y. No thinking, no bargaining, execution only. Riku went home. 3 days, cold mornings, small backyard, limited time. But every dawn, he trained, half volume, but consistent. He returned. The master asked, "How many days did you miss?" None. For the first time, the master smiled. Chapter 7. The warrior people call not human. The final day came, the last repetition, the last breath of the sequence. No skipped days, no resets, no Monday starts. And when it ended, he didn't feel pride. He felt clarity, as if something heavy had been lifted from inside him. What you lost, the master said, was the version of you that needed to decide every day. You killed the negotiator inside you. You have reached Shingai, the unshakable core. In the last month, Riku hadn't once wondered, should I train? Is it necessary? Maybe tomorrow? The practice simply happened, like a heartbeat. He was no longer someone trying to be disciplined. He simply was. And people noticed. He never skips. He never complains. He never talks about how hard it is. Some admired him. Some were inspired. Most felt uncomfortable. And he learned to translate their complaints. You make me realize my excuses are actually choices. And he smiled, because that meant he had reached the level where normal people feel threatened. The 5 pillars of the Crimson Circle. This system has 5 foundations. 1. The public oath. Ketsu and declare who you are. Publicly, identity kills hesitation. 2. The fixed rhythm. Juritsu, one time, every day, no negotiation. 3. The unchanging form. Enkai kata. Same sequence, same order, until it becomes automatic. 4. Practice without holes. Nagare. Good day, full practice. Bad day, reduced practice, but never zero. 5. Pre-decided responses. Zengo, you decide in advance, so when life hits, you don't think, you execute. Outro. These 5 pillars didn't create a better Riku. They destroyed the weaker version, the one who hesitated, negotiated, needed motivation. Now the question is, are you ready to kill that version of yourself? Because this path isn't comfortable. It isn't easy. It isn't balanced. But if you follow it, discipline stops being something you chase. It becomes something you are. And people will say, you're overdoing it. This isn't normal. This isn't healthy. Good. Because the discipline that comforts others keeps you average. The only discipline worth having is the one that makes excuses impossible and makes other people uncomfortable.